Just like in music, there are also notes when it comes to fragrances or perfumery. But luckily for us, we do not have to go through all seven notes, and there are five flats and equivalent sharps in between. Yes, I know a little music. But I'm not here to flex those music muscles, am I? So, what are the notes when it comes to fragrances?
Ah, vaya, Catania.
Welcome one more time to Dapper Up, gentlemen. Now, you would agree with me that as men, we need to pay a little more attention to how we look because, frankly speaking, your appearance speaks for you even before you open your mouth. And to do this, knowledge is key. That is why we are here. This channel gives you tips and advice on how to be that dapper man we believe you are. So if you are new to this channel, then hit the subscribe button below and make sure to turn on your notifications such that whenever a new video drops, you'll be amongst the very first people to know. So today's topic, notes in fragrances. When we say notes in perfumery, notes are the descriptors of scent that can be sensed upon the application of a fragrance. What that simply means is that whenever you apply a fragrance, what you perceive or smell, this is a note. You can also say the ingredients within a particular fragrance. Yeah, so those are your notes. There are one, two, three notes, gentlemen, when it comes to fragrances, and this is based on what we call the olfaction or the fragrance pyramid. These three notes are the top notes, the middle or heart notes, and then the base notes. Top notes are the very first sense you perceive when you apply a fragrance. So, right there, those are my top notes. Remember when they say first impressions last? Yes, so your top notes form your very first impressions about a particular fragrance. And the sellers and marketers are well aware of this and use that to their advantage. Unfortunately for users like you and myself, although ingredients within the top notes are sharp, certain, and fresh, they are also volatile, which means that they evaporate very quickly. The exact time it will take for these notes to evaporate vary depending on the type of fragrance referred to the video above. But usually for your normal top notes, they evaporate within the first 5 to 60 minutes of application of that fragrance. So within the first hour of application, your top notes will evaporate. The top note is also known as the head note. Ingredients in this category are the citrus, that is lemon, mandarin, grapefruit, and bergamot. There are also your herbs and greens like basil, peppermint, lavender, and we also have the ginger scents as well to form your top or head notes. So we'll move to the second notes along the pyramid, which is the middle or heart notes. These notes are perceived just before the top notes evaporate. So it's like they coexist with the top notes a bit, and once the top notes fade off, then they take over. Compared to essay writing, your middle notes will be the main body of your essay. So they are the heart of the fragrance. They give the fragrance its character and intensity. Middle notes are well rounded and pleasant. They serve as support to the top notes and as buffer to the base notes. They last for between 2 to 4 hours. And so after the first hour, when the top notes had dissipated, what you smell on is the middle notes. Some ingredients that make up the middle notes are the fruits, for instance, apple, strawberry, and we can also have the spices like cinnamon, and the flowers or the floral ingredients like rose, lemongrass, and jasmine. Finally, at the base of the fragrance pyramid are the base notes, aka the dry down notes. Although you may get a hint of the base notes within the first 30 minutes of applying a fragrance, they truly take center stage after the first two notes have evaporated. Base notes can last from 4 to 6 hours, but can even linger on for days if applied on clothing. The question, though, is are we supposed to apply fragrance on clothes? Let's leave that discussion for another day. Ingredients within this category include woody scents such as cedar wood. We also have musk and the edible scents like cocoa, vanilla, and brown sugar. But please don't go. No, I don't want to mention names. And do you know that frankincense and myrrh are base notes? Yeah. So the wise men who sent gifts to Jesus knew a thing or two about fragrances. So what do you do when you want to select between two fragrances now that you know about notes? I would advise you don't rush to just choose a fragrance based on the very top notes you smell when you apply, because like we said, the top notes only last for about an hour and then the middle notes take over. So you can use the first day to decide between the two. Apply fragrance A maybe on your left and fragrance B on the right. Now leave the perfume shop and throughout the day smell them to perceive the notes within there, and by the end you'll know which notes you like best so you can make the right choice. In conclusion, your fragrance doesn't smell the same way throughout the day. I'm sure some of us didn't pay attention to that before, but now we'll do so. So you see, we always learn something new on Dapper App. Have you subscribed yet? Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification to be the very first person to know when a new video is posted. It's been Dapper Up, y'all. Till the next video, see ya.
Agua ya, Catania.